Hi there, I hope you are doing fantastic. Today, we're going to be diving into how to get the perfect balance in the low end in your mix. Specifically, we're going to be looking at that relationship between the kick and the bass, which is always so central in any great mix. Before we dive into the content though, I do want to let you know I have a free ultimate mixing checklist that you can download to help yourself get better, more professional mixes. Download link is the first link in the description, so go ahead and pick that up if you haven't already. Without any further ado, let's dive straight into the content of getting a perfect balance in the low end. Today, we're going to be nailing down the balance between our bass, guitar, and our kick drum, or in this case, we actually have a synth bass, but same concept will apply across the board. So this trick will get you the perfect balance between your kick and your bass every single time. Just establishing the proper volume balance is key for setting up the rest of your mix, because if you don't establish this relationship well to begin with, anything else you do down the line does not matter. This is going to get you on the right path right from the beginning of your mix, establishing that proper volume relationship between your kick and your bass guitar. Our first step here is to actually go to the stereo bus and add our meter plugin as well as an EQ. And as you can see here, once I enable this EQ, I've low passed about 150 hertz. The actual amount isn't that critical. It's just anywhere around 100 to 200. The point is we want to only gather information that's in the low end between our kick and our bass. So if our kick has a lot of top end to it, I don't really care about that because that's not getting in the way of the bass. I just want the actual low end of both those elements. After I've done that, I'm going to solo one of the elements, so either the kick or the bass. I'm going to choose the bass in this case, no real reason, just because it's probably going to be easier to get the average volume, which is our next step. We're going to now establish what is the average volume of this element on our actual meter here. So we're going to be looking at just the average volume, or RMS, and not the peak volume. We don't care about that. We just care about the RMS. So let's play it and then find out where that is. So it looks like the peak is right at minus 23 decibels. So that is going to be our average peak volume of the bass guitar. Now what we want to do is solo our kick so it plays along with that bass. And our goal here is to get the kick to increase the volume by 3 decibels. The reason why we want 3 decibels is the equivalent of 100% more sonic energy. So if we think about it, if the bass is making up 100% of the sonic energy, then we add the kick and it adds another 100%. Therefore, they're going to have equal amount of sonic energy in the low end. So this is going to establish a 50-50 relationship between the kick and our bass guitar. You can see it's kissing just barely above that. That's okay. It's going to be in the right ballpark, right? And this is all this is doing, is getting us in the right ballpark. Now that I've established the relationship between the kick and the bass properly, now I can balance it in with the mix as a whole. So I'm going to disable my EQ that has the low pass on it, and then I'm just going to select my kick and my bass to maintain this relationship that I've built, and then I'm going to balance in the kick and the bass with the mix as a whole. All right, and so there you have it. This is how to get the perfect relationship between your kick and your bass from the volume balance. Obviously, there is some play to this. If you want your bass or your kick a little bit louder or softer, in comparison to each other, feel free to do that. But this is going to give you that perfect balance right off the bat, so then you can adjust it from there depending on what your song really needs. Right now, we know that our low end specifically is perfectly balanced. If this was helpful, then don't forget to subscribe, as I release videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday to help you get more professional mixes. And I'll see you in the next one.